Hello, I am Mike Coldly Enough Dice. This is the Kerbal Space Program. We are in Moonhopper 3 as we are hopping over the Mun. We are heading towards this waypoint, which is called Rock Arch 1, and it is near this Rock Arch. And I'm allegedly about a minute and a quarter away. So I may have to start thinking about slowing my horizontal velocity. I'm currently going at pretty much, well, according to the thing, exactly 15 meters a second. So approximately 30 miles an hour. And I'm about to hit the 1,000 meters away mark. Just using my monoprop to main myself a bit closer to going directly at it. What's the slope like? The slope's pretty good. The slope's 10.9. I've successfully landed on things that have got more slope than that. Gonna unlock my steering. So now I'm going to be able to bring my horizontal speed down. I can now control for that. Look at that, isn't that rather pretty? So this is the end of my, well, I'm coming up to the end of an 8-kilometer hop. An 8-kilometer hover. I used up a fair amount of my Delta V. Slightly less than half, I would say. Back to vertical. Unfortunately, this craft is sufficiently heavy that I can't really do huge amounts of control using the RCS. It would be really nice if I could separate the horizontal and the vertical movements. It's quite early in the moon day, so where's the sun? Yeah, so we're kind of in shadow here. Bit of video. I mean, the rock arch is nicely displayed, but a lot of the actual landscape is a bit dark. Good thing we've got my landing lights. I may have slowed down prematurely. Oh, that's all right. I've done the BTDT scanner for here, so it's finding Rock Arch 00, which is this rock arch. So that's good. So I've got that. That's now ticked. That's in my box of things I wanted to do. I think I want to head more this way, so I can make slight course corrections with the RCS, but I can't do anything major. Alright, within the 400, well, I'm about to come on to 400 meters away. I might as well try and land reasonably close to it. I do have some more waypoints I want to go to. Now I won't be hovering between these two. I'll be doing an actual suborbital again to get to the nearest one of those. Then the next one. Then I'm going to go down to the poles and get these two. Then I'm going to get that one, and then I'm going to get that one. That's my plan at the moment. That is subject to change, depending on my whims. tend to change my mind quite a bit. Right, let's come down a little bit. 50 meters up. I don't think I need to be 50 meters up anymore. Bring myself down. I mean, I had a very big crater wall to get over, so having a lot of space between me and the ground was a good idea. But obviously, I'm wanting to land soon. So I'm just using my action groups to bring myself down. Now I'm about 10 meters above my landing height. So this 12.67 meters is what the game considers my height to be when I'm landed. Just going to tip slightly forwards, slow my vertical speed down a bit. See how close I can get. And because of where the sun is, I can't quite see where that is. It looks to be on a ridge. What's the slope like? The slope's really good. So I can really stop anywhere around about here. So let's go back up to vertical. Back, let us now lock steering to up. And let's see now if I can. Once it's done a bit of a wobble, I should be able to use my RCS to get where I want to be. That's quite wobbly. Don't know why it's so wobbly. That wobble's getting worse. I may have to. I'm just going to unlock the steering. Just manually point myself up. So 120 odd meters away. As always, I have to fight with being impatient. It's one of my big issues. Fuel left, so that's fine. Bringing my speed down. Slope's great. Well within my tolerances. Gently, gently. More vertical. Should we get down a bit? 50 meters away. I kind of want to land within 20 odds. If I do that, then as soon as I EVA, then I get the waypoint. Let's get down a little bit. I mean, I'm just wondering whether I actually really want to start doing this. I've never tried to do this, like, from an interior view, but this is actually the right, I think this is actually the right view to take. Now we should be landing. May have to go because that height value above the ground was very dependent on the exact slope I was on, exactly where the feet were, and stuff like that. So. Also, I suddenly realised it may have also added like 5 meters. So as soon as you hover, there we go. Then we turn that off. Turn that off. Turn RCS off. And there we go. I think we've done reasonably well. Like, we're basically right on top of it. My materials bay is open because I did some science on the way. Yes, I'm quite pleased with that. What's the slope like? Oh, good lord, that's 17 degrees. Well, apparently I can sit on a 17-degree slope. I should have been paying a bit more attention to that. Good lord. Yeah, that's why we're a bit wonky. 19 degrees is apparently a bit too much. Which I've worked out from before. But apparently 17 degrees is alright. Wow. Anyway, that went really rather well. I'm going to see if there's any science I can do. A seismic scan. I can do a seismic scan. Keep that. Actually, I'm trying to. Actually, no. I'm thinking that the fact that it's mostly filled out. I think that means that I've got that. It's just not been transmitted. It's not gone back home. So if I go out and I grab that data, it's probably going to tell me that I've already got that. Anyway, so there you go. I'm quite pleased with myself now. So Bob, who's our scientist, is going to go EVA, and absolutely immediately get that waypoint. That's quite the art. Do you think we could move the mun if we had a really big hook? I'm going to go with no. I believe not. Right, what have I got? I've got some data in that. Got some data in that. I have a sneaking suspicion I've already got this. I'll grab it anyway. Basically, all that'll happen is if I've already got that, then it'll tell me. It'll say, "No, you've already got that. Are you not climbing today?" Sometimes the transition between... There we go. Did that work? Yes, okay. Can't grab anything from that. And I can't get, I'm not close enough. That's why I have this rather ridiculous little 2 ladder set up here. So there you go. I have now got all but one of the rock arch waypoints. I just got one more to get. But I am kind of going to go around slightly the long way, I think, to get various other waypoints, and even just find anomalies without, you know, actually necessarily needing to. So we'll restore that. And we will collect the data, and then we will restore that. Will that still need restored? No. No. So there you go. Let's go have a look at this. Look at that. Alright, actually, here's the thing. I will put out my solar panels, I'll put out my drills, because I'm going to have to do some drilling. So I've used a fair amount of fuel to get here. Probably a full-on suborbital hop would have been more efficient. So then we'll hop back to our friendly Kerbal. See if we can't find a nice beauty shot. That's quite a nice one. I like that one. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Of course, you've got my big face in the way, but that's not going to show up on the screenshots. So there's another rock arch. Just one more to go, and we'll have the set. I cannot believe that we can actually sit on that. I should have really. I mean, that could have gone horribly wrong if I. Well, I kind of desperately hoped that if it was really bad, I would have actually noticed. But, apparently, 17 degrees is fine. I am so happy with my legs, actually. That leg balancing strip has made my life a lot easier. I would not be able to land this thing on a slope. Look, I mean, look at that. That is just ridiculous. Look at that. And yet, so it's almost vertical still. I'm really pleased with that. Right, so can we board yet? Board. Alright, so we'll dump any experiments that I couldn't get. So that's a whole bunch of new experiments done. Still in the Midlands, so a surface sample hasn't done any good, and neither an EVA report. So that's fine. Everything's fine and dandy. We have survived. We've got to the next thing. Next is going to be, I think, these two, and then down to the poles to get those, and then up over here. I might also, I mean, what I possibly should start thinking about is biomes, and are there any biomes that I haven't been to yet, and stuff like that. But currently I'm anomaly hunting, and that's the fun. So, with all that, as the Mun Hopper starts to do some mining, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Come visit Neil F. Dice at neilfdice.com. We're also available on Facebook and Twitter. So you search Neil F. Dice there and you'll find us. And until next time, reach for the stars.